I'm wearing the shirt, which means it's Last of Us time for the final time until season 2. This is going to be so sad. This is going to be very sad because I've very much been enjoying The Last of Us. And as a huge fan of The Last of Us games, it's just been so great to see it come to life on a TV screen. I say come to life as if the game wasn't already full of life. The game already is so cinematic and incredible that like it's not like seeing a book come to life, you know. But it's very interesting because I get to see it in a very different way. And we get more lore in certain sections. I mean, we get less in some sections, but in other sections, you know, I get information that I didn't know before. I get to see different interpretations from different actors playing different characters. A few new characters into the Last of Us universe, which I think is fun. And I also just get to see like Neil Druckmann sort of refine certain things that clearly he wanted to change up a little bit, which I think is super great as well. There's just a lot of cool stuff going on with this show, and I'm really, really excited to see this final episode and see how they do it. Because there are some cool little things that I'm looking forward to seeing on the show. It's also just great that this show exists because it means I can show like my family who aren't very likely to play a 20-hour third-person shooter horror survival game. I can show them like one of my favorite stories of all time in TV show form. It's great. I love it. So let's get into the final episode. This is episode 9 of The Last of Us. If you want to watch the full-length reaction, it's on my Patreon account in the description below. You can also check out exclusive videos there and early access for certain shows. Exclusively, you got Bocchi the Rock reactions on there. So if you like anime, you like Bocchi the Rock, go to my Patreon account. You got lots of, I think there's like 300 full-length videos on there or something now. It's crazy. So go check it out. But yeah, let's jump into this episode of The Last of Us. Here we go. Oh, that is Ashley Johnson's voice. There she is. I recognize her voice. And she is pregnant. Oh, she's run into a farmhouse. Oh, this feels very scary and uncomfortable. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's a trooper. Still doing all of this. Oh no. Oh, the switchblade. Oh no. Oh shit. Shit. Oh. Oh. Man, imagine seeing your child in front of you and also knowing that you're not going to be around. Oh, God.
Yeah, you tell him. You fucking tell him, Ellie.
Oh, it's nice having Ashley Johnson do this. Oh man, I'm such a big Ashley Johnson fan, so that's very nice to see a scene like that. Oh, Marlene. So, I imagine this is them finding Ellie and Anna. I think Ellie's mom's name is. Oh my god, she had the knife right against her neck.
Find someone to bring her up and make sure that she's safe.
I can't do that.
I want you to give her this.
Oh.
So you pick her up right now. And then you kill me.
God, this sucks.
I can't kill you.
Please,
No.
please,
You need to.
Please.
Come on, Marlene. Just finish her off. Yeah. You need to.
Cover her ears.
Yeah. Oh! You didn't do a great job at covering her ears, my man. I don't see your hands anywhere near her ears. Oh, this is direct from the game. Holy crap, that is... That's identical to the game, that whole shot.
No?
Beefaroni, Chef Boyardee.
Oh, cool.
Oh, look at him.
Have you ever played this?
Boggle.
Take this for me.
The casual nature, he's just handing over his gun to her. He's a lot more talkative.
You want to learn how to play guitar? Ellie?
Oh my god. Seeing him like properly reaching out now, you know, there's just been like little bits of him like reaching out a little bit more each episode. Obviously last episode culminated in him calling her a baby girl.
This time I was thinking we'd blast our way through that rubble. I found some dynamite in that RV back there.
Really?
No, so we're gonna cut through that building, find a skyscraper, go up and look around. I had you going, didn't I? Military drops bombs. Not one of them hits the building you're trying to demolish. If I get you up there, you can drop that ladder down.
Oh my
Then we
god,
go
that's
through that way.
so The Last of Us.
Come on, I'll give you a boost. Did you hear what I...
Yeah. Boost. Got it.
Oh,
You got it?
Yeah.
nice job. It's so The Last of Us how there's just like a hanger. A hanger? A ladder hanging slightly over the edge.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Damn it, Ellie!
Oh my god, the location scouting. Or CGI, whatever it is. It looks great. Oh, giraffe. Giraffe boy. It's kind of scary. Huge animals are just kind of scary. Oh my god. That's a long tongue. He's had enough.
Oh, where's she going?
Oh my god. Whole group of them. Whole herd. I love the music in this scene.
I want you to know that.
What do you mean? What else are we supposed to do?
Nothing. We just go back to Tommy's. We forget about the whole damn thing.
He doesn't even care about the job anymore.
It can't be for nothing.
Oh my god. Again, Bella's... The acting in her eyes?
I know you mean well. Tommy's, sheep ranch, the moon. But there's no halfway with this. We finish what we started.
I think in a way, Joel, that's not what he wanted to hear, you know? He just wants her to be safe and them to be happy together. I'm so impressed with the combination of these sets, and I guess that you know, I'm sure a lot of that is CGI in some way, but it looks fucking gorgeous and exactly like the game, which is amazing since it's a game. Like, they didn't have to be on location for the game.
They had me in one just like this.
With Sarah?
No, she was gone already.
Oh.
Oh, but he's talking
So
about
what's
it.
wrong with you?
Just for this. I was the guy who shot and missed. There's no story. Sarah died. And I couldn't see the point anymore. Simple as that. I couldn't have been more ready.
my god.
It went out. Went to pull the trigger. I flinched. Still don't know why. Anyway.
Wow.
I'm telling you all this.
I know why you're telling me all this.
It wasn't time that did it. You too.
God, that's such a vulnerable conversation. Oh, man. I didn't see that conversation coming, and I really
You know what
liked
I'm
it.
in the mood for?
What?
Shitty puns.
Oh.
Now Ellie's cheering up a lot more.
Too soon?
No, it's topical.
Oh, I love this one. Moon rocks taste better than Earth rocks. Why? Because they're meteor.
That's terrible.
Oh,
That's
fuck
a
you. That was actually good.
That's a 0 out of 10.
All right.
That's a 3 out of 10.
Seven.
What? Who's
I'll
that?
give it a
What the fuck?
5 out of 10.
Jesus! Oh, it's just a smoke one. I thought it was like probably a flashbang or something. But I don't think that's a flashbang, but still probably disorienting. Oh! Fireflies.
She felt like hell to get here.
She would have been dead on day one. You are the one person I never wanted to be in debt to. But I owe you.
Cordyceps grows inside the brain.
It does.
So there's no surviving it.
There is no one else. Any pain.
No, you take me to her. You take me to her right now!
Oh.
Please, you don't understand.
Oh, this is his one reason to live right now.
I was there when she was born, Joel. I promised her mother that I would save her child. I promised. I have no other choice.
I do.
Oh.
If he tries anything, shoot him.
That's she owes you, so she's keeping you alive. Oh, Marlene. Oh man, stop pushing the man. He took note of that that little legend that told him what every part of the hospital was. Stop pushing him, oh my god.
I said keep walking.
Oh! Oh! In the crotch! Jesus. Okay, yeah, he got some ammo, got his bag, and he's got the gun. Here he comes! Going through a hospital with an automatic rifle. Oh, I don't actually know if it's automatic. He's using it semi-auto, so maybe it's not. Jeez. It doesn't matter. Oh god. It doesn't matter if they surrender. Oh my god. Now we can probably grab that gun, right? Yep. Down to the pistol. Pediatric.
I won't let you take her.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Jesus. Oh man, that dude. He's just, you can see he's just in a grieving, like, weird, like, fugue state, you know? Like, he can barely tell what's going on, it feels like. Doesn't mean he's not sure of his decisions. But he's, like, disassociated.
It's not too late. Even now. Even after what you've done. We can still find a way.
He's holding her in his arms like he did with Sarah, you know? If there's anything that's gonna remind you of Sarah, it's that.
The doctors, they couldn't make any of it work.
Oh my god.
They've actually...
Oh! Jesus.
They've stopped looking for a cure. Raiders attacked the hospital. I barely got you out of there.
Oh my
I'll
god.
find you some new ones on the way.
Is Marlene okay?
What are you gonna say?
I'm taking us home.
Nothing. Didn't say anything.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
You've just come after her.
Marlene is not okay. Oh, Jesus.
No, Sarah and I used to hike like this all the time. I wouldn't say it was her favorite thing. She wasn't a fan of the mosquitoes and stuff. Well, she was a lot more, I want to say girly, and I'm not saying that you're not girly. Yeah, you're not. She had a killer smile. Again, not saying that you don't. You know why I think she'd like you? Anyway, I bet you would have liked her back.
Yeah, bet I would have.
Damn, that looks freaking awesome. That's Jackson, I think. That looks amazing. Wow.
We didn't know what to do, and she says, we can just wait it out. Be all poetic and just lose our minds together. And then she did. And I had to. And then Sam.
That's not on you.
I know it.
Look, sometimes things don't work out the way we hope. You can feel like you've come to an end. And you don't know what to do next.
Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
There it is. Hold on, did I just see Laura Bailey in the credits? Oh, Dandridge, Ashley Johnson. One of the nurses was Laura Bailey? What? I'm going back. Holy shit! Give me a close-up of them.
Hook her.
That's Laura Bailey! There she is, the one with her hands up right now. That's Laura Bailey. Aw, she made it into the show as a traumatized nurse. Oh, man. I am so impressed with the set design and shit of this show. Like, the way... Like, this episode, so much of it just was shot for shot. Like, looked exactly like the way that the game looked. Wow, I mean, yeah, that brings an end to The Last of Us Season 1 and The Last of Us 1 in terms of, or Part 1 in video game terms. Which is, I mean, okay, well, I'm glad that I can, like, properly talk about it, like, the whole ending to The Last of Us 1 now, because it's, I really, really, really love, like, The Last of Us 1, I think, has one of the best endings in media, like, of all time, it feels like. It's a really, really well done ending, because it sets you up with these two characters. You get, like, very attached to them and their relationship with one another, and you feel like you completely understand them. And then it gives you this choice basically between Ellie, one girl that he met, a year ago or whatever. I don't know how long they were traveling, but it was, let's say the better part of a year. So one girl and the rest of the world, like the rest of humanity's survival. And Joel chooses Ellie, and he does it in sort of a very inhumane way. Like he goes around and he murders everyone in the hospital. And the head doctor tries to stop him. He murders the head doctor, without even a second thought. He kills Marlene just so that Marlene doesn't come after them again. He does it in a very inhumane way, but it's a very human decision. He made a hugely selfish decision to protect the thing that he fights for. And that's the thing you were saying at the end, is you got to find something to fight for. Ellie is his thing to fight for, and we saw him fight for it. Fight the entire world for more time with Ellie. And it's really heartbreaking, but it's really human, and I think it's a great ending because it has caused so much debate between people deciding whether or not Joel's decision was the right decision. And I don't even think the game or the thing makes a statement on if it's the right decision necessarily. It definitely frames it as a immoral decision, right? And I think some people have a problem with them framing it that way, but it for sure, they really dig deep into the immorality of what he did, and that's fine, because I think they can do that and still be kind of neutral on whether it's an understandable decision, whether Joel can still be a good person after doing that sort of thing, because it's a lot more complicated. It's such a that's why it's such a good ending. And then just that final little conversation where Ellie's just swear that what you said is true. That's all I want to hear from you. I just want you to say that you promise that it's true, so I can just trust you. And Joel says it's true. I remember the first time I experienced that ending. The PlayStation 3 that The Last of Us was on was in my parents' bedroom. And so I was sitting on their bed playing the game. They weren't there, obviously, it was just me. But I was in their room, I was playing the PS3 on their bed. And yeah, that ending happened, and I was just sort of stunned, I when did it come out? 2013, so I would have been 15 years old. And so I wasn't super experienced with media. I wasn't really into writing back then. I was into acting. I really liked acting. I've been into acting most of my life, but I wasn't really into writing back then, so I didn't really understand the intricacies of how well written it was. But I just remember being so stunned that the game ended that way. Totally not what I was expecting, and nothing I'd ever seen before. And yeah, I just think it's such a great way to end on just this this question, this it basically forces you to just sit there and think about the decision, because there's nothing else to talk about afterwards. There's nothing afterwards. It just ends with that. And I think that's so well done. Now, obviously, The Last of Us 2 will continue the story, and so it's not it's all up to interpretation on what happens next, because The Last of Us 2 came out, and that shows what happens next. But that's okay, because I really love The Last of Us 2 as well. The Last of Us 2 is, I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but it's definitely a very emotional journey, and I wonder how they're gonna put it to TV form in season 2. It's also a very divisive game. People had very strong opinions on the story one way or the other. I absolutely loved it. I think it's an incredibly told story. And it's I mean, the whole series is so brave, I think, for a lot of its writing decisions. But wow, that was the end of season 1. I loved season 1. I loved like the great casting for all this stuff, amazing set design. It's just crazy. Like when I knew that they were making the Last of Us TV show, I didn't think they would do it sort of this faithfully. Even though I knew Neil Druckmann was on the project, I didn't think it would be this faithful, and I didn't think that that they'd be able to like get it looking this close, and I didn't think the casting would be able to be this like close, but also its own thing, which I appreciate as well. I don't need to see the scenes exactly as they were in the game. We've got the game. I appreciate being able to see them with a slightly different interpretation from different actors. That's how performances are supposed to work a lot of the time, you know? That's when you go to see like a play, you might see the same Shakespearean play 100 times. I don't really like Shakespeare, but it's the best example I can give. You might see the same Shakespearean play 100 times, but you don't keep going back because you want to see the story again. You go back to see the interpretation of it. You go back to see the different ways that, oh, how is this person going to play Shylock? How is this person going to play Romeo, you know? You see these different interpretations of it from different actors and different perspectives and stuff, and it brings something new to the role. So I loved seeing Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey and all the other actors in this series give their own little spin to these characters. It was great. I loved it. Thank you so much for joining me for The Last of Us. It was also great seeing Ashley Johnson and Laura Bailey in this episode. Crazy stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please make sure to support the video, liking, commenting, subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length, early access, and exclusive videos. That's the end of The Last of Us, so definitely subscribe so you can see more TV shows and movies and such on my channel. But yeah, thank you. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.